Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the Posthumous Investigation, a new upcoming adventure game. It's a detective noir adventure game actually, which is really my thing. And I believe it's part of the Steam Next Fest event at the moment, so I really wanted to play this, see what the demo is all about, take a look at it. It says here as well it's a work in progress, so obviously there might be some little issues here and there, but I'm really excited to try this out. It looks brilliant from the screenshots that I've seen, so looking forward to it. To the worm that first gnawed at the cold flesh of my cadaver, I dedicate as a fond remembrance these posthumous memoirs. And here we go, Rio de Janeiro, 1937. I'm still hesitating whether I should start this investigation from the beginning or the end. That is, whether I would put first your investigation or my death. Interesting. I believe there is an intersection between the two moments. Just as there is a point between life and death, so here we are. I won't expose all the facts, as your participation would be that of a mere spectator. And we don't want that, do we? The pathways that led to my fateful destination touch on busy and well-attended streets, as well as dirty places that scare away visitors, literally. Just like this alley, this is where I took my last breath, and where the last traces of my passage through the world of the living are. It is of utmost importance to enter the location and collect thorough evidence. But first, we need to wake up the detective. I mean you. It's pretty cool. Nice little intro, actually. I love the visuals. Oh, something's just come through the door. Ouch! What was that? I could swear I heard a voice. The lack of work is driving me insane. I can't remember the last time I got a new contract. This involuntary free time is doing no good to my brain cells. Anyway, it's no use standing here still. Better check the mail. Hopefully a new contract is just waiting for me in that pile. But no need to hurry, detective. My head is still spinning round, and in my business, exaggerated optimism is a flaw. Let's go slowly but surely, one step at a time. Ooh, okay, controls. Interact with left click, move with A and D, or the arrow keys, or you can use space to interact. So you can play keyboard or mouse, basically. Okay, cool. Wow, okay, so we can run if we like double tap it. Interesting. It's pretty cool. This looks really good. I love the art style. Window blind. Look at that. The street is bustling. That's unusual. What the hell is going on out there? So this must be to do with the murder that we saw in the little preamble, right? This looks wrong. That's much better. Yeah, you can't have that hanging wonky, can you? It's just not right. This one looks a bit wonky though. I'm going to sort that one out. Thrown mail. Looks like it's the only other thing we can click on. I love the way he runs. The running animation's cool. Right, let's pick this up. Bills, taxes, tickets. What about this different one? Who else do I need to pay? Hey, a letter. An actual letter. But why would anyone write me? Okay. New clue. Dear Mr. Detective, if you receive this letter, it's because I'm dead. Your participation in this story is essential to solve the mystery. Go to the scene of my death and find out who could be the author of this attempt on my life. P.S. Don't worry, we both know there won't be any other job coming up for you today, so consider yourself hired. That's quite funny. Okay, a new suspect. So is my employer, I guess. So that's the guy that we saw in the intro. One of the city's biggest magnates needs my services. Investigating the private, degenerate lives of Rio de Janeiro's high society? Sounds fun. But wait, he's saying here that he's dead? Intriguing. So maybe we could call this a posthumous letter. That is, if my employer is dead, at least I won't have a boss bothering me all the time. Unless you get haunted, of course. I'll carry out the investigation however I want to. Life is good. Okay, new information. This is like a book here. Okay, no more time to waste. I need to find out where he died and start the investigation. Okay, so it looks like we can head out. Tab. aside from being the newest... Okay, the suspects of this story will be recorded here. The silhouettes will be unveiled when their faces are known. This is a bullet point. Okay. New information about characters, items, or clues will be marked with an exclamation mark. Okay. All discovered clues will be recorded here in the clues tab. Only certain suspects will have something relevant to say about each clue. Find them all out. Okay, so suspects. We've got the victim. Aside from being the newest victim in town, he's the author of a strange letter sent to my office. I remember vaguely seeing his name in the headlines of many newspapers. Did he really die, or is this just a mean joke? And then clues, we've got the letter. An enigmatic letter that was sent to my door binding me to a contract. I had no participation in the details whatsoever. Worst of all, it came with no money. Does anyone near the crime scene have any information? So these are like sort of hints and things to do. We can open it back up and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm liking this mechanic so far. Very good. Let's just see if is there anything we need to grab? We do not. So let's head out to the crime scene, I suppose. Like it was over the other side of the street, didn't it? You can do it, detective. Some fresh air should be good for your troubled mind. And out we go. Really liking this so far. Extra, extra, bigwig found dead in the alley. Get today's issue right here. Yeah, so it's just over there. Oh my god. Police are here, reporters are here. Move! No crowds. This area's off limits. Nothing for you to see here, you vultures. We've taken the ham away. Is this like the widow or something? Oh god, why? So much sadness. How will I ever get over this pain? Well, you know. Well, so that letter was telling the truth. Let's take a closer look. I need to get into that alley to find clues. Oh, run, we can shift as well. So you can hold shift to run, or you can like double tap the key to move. Alright, it's a trash can. This can is overflowing with garbage. Nothing important, however. One man's trash is another man's treasure. My foot. Alright, so we can head this way. Look at all these places. This is cool. Oh my god, there's a lot we can do, actually. We can head into all of these places, but I think... Oh look, it's like a clock at the top as well. I wonder if that's relevant in some way to the plot. Hello boss, how are you? As always, living one day at a time, I think. This is the confidence I expect from a detective. Do I know you? How do you know I'm a detective? To be wearing an overcoat in this heat is one of two things. One, you just escaped from the greenhouse. Or two, you need something to prove you're a real detective. But honestly, you got me now. I don't have time for this right now. I need to check what's going on in the alley first. Okay, so it looks like we can probably... You can call a taxi. I don't know if it's like a fast travel system or something. There's some political posters going on. A newly placed poster. Let's examine it. Those who strike, we will fight. Vote Lobo Neves. Maybe this advertiser should fight for better wage. Okay, so I don't know. Maybe the political posters are going to be... Can we talk to this lady? Oh god, why? Hey, who are you? Are you from the press? Hello, sorry for bothering you. Are you alright, miss? Dear God, what a sad day. Can you see the tears in my eyes? Actually, we can't. Tears? Where? Good point. Anyway, I hope you get better. Thank you for the miss, but I'm a Mrs. You should know that. What kind of reporter are you? But I'm no... Thank God you finally arrived. Why did it take you this long? You're writing a notice about the deceased man, right? Yes, but I am a Oh, the famous... Is it Brás Cubas? It's a shame that fame doesn't grant longevity to good men. Should have listened to my advice. Advice? Why don't we stop talking? How about Sabina Cubas' sister? Do not mistype my name. So that's his sister then. What kind of reporter can't recognise the high society in Rio de Janeiro? New suspect, the sister. So this is the victim's sister. She seems obsessed with fame. She does, actually. And I hope I'm the cover story of your next issue. Otherwise, I'll tell your editor how unqualified you are for your job. Wow, she really wants to profit off her brother's death, right? Okay, whatever. Let me ask you some questions then. What can I do if society begs for my words? Ask whatever you want. Interrogate? So we've got... How does this work? I have a few questions about the victim. What do you want to know? Were you and your brother very close to each other? I'd like to ask about possible suspects, change subject. It's for the newspaper. We were as close as life allowed us to be. Family is a design gift. As the Lord gives, the Lord takes when he judges necessary. And how was your relationship? It was excellent. We shared everything. The name, secrets, possessions. For the Cubas, family came first always. Okay, possible suspects. In your opinion, do you think this tragedy could be a murder story? And if so, what reason and name come to your mind? Accusing with no proof is a sin that could turn against me. However, my family name has always been highly praised in this town. Okay, so it seems like the brother... And there are opportunists who are always ready to do whatever it takes to get what they want. But, as I said, I don't have any proof and I shall not bear false witness as our Lord commands. But enough of this talk. Okay, let's ask about her. She seems to want to talk about herself. You must have a lot of good stories to tell, Miss Cubas. What, me? I'm just a simple daughter of our Lord Almighty. What exactly do you want to know? Could you tell me a bit more about yourself for the newspaper cover story? Very well. Prepare your pen and paper. An elegant lady with a refined taste, a family woman, and a worshipper of God. Okay. Highlight the elegant part, please. Actually, remove that part. I want to give off a humble image to the people. What if you write about my teary, sad eyes, mourning the loss of my dear brother? I could, but I don't see any tears. Oh, right. My appearance may not reflect it, but I am super sad inside. Yeah, I bet you are. Let's ask about this letter then. This morning I received a letter signed by Brás himself, Miss Sabina. How is it possible? Does it make any sense to you? Well, being always a step ahead of everyone is Brás's trademark. That cunning, my dear brother always had an ulterior motive. Did he know he was about to die? Found a statement. There are special claims that help incriminate another suspect. The more clues and statements you collect, the more guilty the suspect will appear. Interesting. And if he knew, it baffles me that of all places he chose to draw his last breath on a dirty alley, such a decadent picture. Very well, I have another question. Where were you at the time of the crime? And why do you want to know? Being curious is part of my job, and I believe my audience would ask these same questions. Don't you agree that everyone in this city should know what the notable Miss Cubas is thinking? Well, when you put it that way, these poor souls could learn a thing or two from a lady of the high society. I was at midnight mass, asking God to forgive all those sinners around me. Sure you were. Praise our Lord. Were you alone? That's a bit late for a lady like yourself to be walking around alone. Father Cabral can confirm my presence there. You may ask him if you want. Okay, what's the way to the church? It's just that I haven't been there in a long time. And it shows. Huh? It's in the eastern border of the city. Hurry up. Perhaps you can still save your troubled soul. Your contribution to this case, newspaper, is very important. Of course it is. Okay. So we've done that. We've done these things. Do we have an item? No, we don't. Okay. Well, this was a useful chat. I believe I have everything I need. Just spread the news that I'll bring the Cubas family back to its former glory. Divine guidance shall help us back to where we belong. Yeah, sure. Alright, so we've got the crime scene and we need to go to the church. Let's hit tab for now. So we've got more info. Does the priest confirm that Sabina was at mass at the time of the crime? What's this? Oh, okay, these are the statements. Okay, so there's quite a lot of statements, actually, as it turns out. Alright, let's have a look at this. This is the scene of a crime, boy. Let's get moving. Nothing to see here. Hey, Officer Gambay, come on. This is not how we do things. You at least have to find out what he wants. Can we help you with something, citizen? Wow, okay. Is this where the murder happened? This is a matter for the police, gentlemen. Why do you think we would tell you? Maybe I could help. Ha! As if. How did you find him? Did anyone report it? It was an anonymous complaint. Someone called the police station and said they'd found a body in this alley. As far as we know, the call happened around 5 a.m. Sergeant, why are you telling him all this? As far as we know, he could be the culprit. It's true. Criminals always return to the crime scene. This guy? Trust my experience, Gambe. It wasn't him. Thank you, Sergeant. He's so beat up I doubt he would have the ability. Can I take a look? What do you think we are? Some kind of public servant that has to attend the needs of anyone that needs us, regardless of who it is? Looks like a very accurate description of the police. You need to be police to go through this line here. See this badge on my chest? It wasn't easy to get. It keeps falling off. Have you been here for a long time? Since way early. A police officer must always be vigilant, always ready. And what did you find when you arrived? Oh, you wish I'd tell you that. This is classified information. The same as always, that you always find in every alley. In the case of this one, you'll find some drug packages thanks to the pharmacy over there. Its door leads straight here. Sergeant, this is classified information. That the alley has garbage and that the buildings around it have doors leading to it? This is just as classified as the stories people told Father Cabral in the church. Very funny, Sergeant. Have you ever thought about being a comedian? Unfortunately, Midnight Club always refuses my stand-ups. Now, boy, come here. Don't let my friend Gambe know I told you this. But you're obviously interested in the alley. I've been here for a long time and my belly is rumbling. How about we help each other out? Go to Helena's cafe and bring me a nice cheese bread and I'll consider your situation. You can try. That's the spirit. Okay, so... exit. I'm leaving. Then get out. So, we can go and get a cheese bread from the cafe. It seems like we might be able to go in through a door in the pharmacy. We've also got the church, which... oh, it's here. Right on the eastern side, like she said. But I'll tell you what, guys, I'm actually going to leave it here. This is really good. Really, really enjoying this. Fantastic demo. Love the concept. I love the whole detective aspect to it. Not sure what this time thing is about. It's very interesting, but I'm going to carry on playing the rest of this off camera, and I'm sure I'll figure it out. But yeah, really like the way this is shaping up. It looks like a very promising game, so I can't wait to play more. So as always, thank you very much for watching. I will leave a link to the demo and everything down in the description below so that you can play the rest of it for yourself. And a big thank you to my patrons: Arcades Games, Wayne Nate, Terminally Nerdy, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Barry Aldridge, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadin, Paulione, Flossie the Sheep, Jonathan Conley, and Chrissy. And I'll see you next time.